Banana Papa's house. This is the basement entrance door, which goes out there. So there's our house, so there's gonna be like a door there, I think. A hallway here into the main basement area. And I think it's just gonna be open.
Kids don't know what to do with themselves today, right? Oh, it's pretty nice though, because then you got ash and all three of them. It's the same kind?
Yeah,
Alright,
like
Poppy, so what week are we in production of the house?
I think we're pretty much in entering into week 4 here.
Week 4? Alright, and what has been done?
Okay, so as you can see from before we had excavated, we've got the footings constructed for the main concrete wall around the house, as well as 21 footings for the posts for the wraparound deck, and then we've got the Nudura foam forms were put in place and prepared, and then we poured the concrete last week, had the contractors in to pour the concrete for it. So we've since then been taking the form braces down and getting prepared, and we've started today with putting the waterproofing membranes on the exterior of the foundation.
Okay, so you gotta put that peel and stick stuff on.
Yeah,
And
so
then
so here it's a 2-layer process for us. The Nudura, the people who make the foam forms, also make a peel and stick product that you just put from basically the grade, the finished grade of the ground, down to the bottom of the wall, across the exposed portion of the footing, and then just down an inch or two over the top of that. So that way any water that happens to make its way into the wall will gravity drain down the wall, out over the footing, and then down into the gravel, which of course will feed it into the 4-inch perforated drainage tube, which everybody calls Big O.
right.
Now after that, the local code requires that we put another product outside of that. So we have 2 choices. We can use filtered sand to go up against the foundation, or we can buy another waterproofing product, plastic product, that is dimpled. I have it right here if you want to come see. It's called Delta MS. It's these little dimply plastic stuff. So it goes arranged along the side of the foundation below grade as well, and basically it hangs on the side of the wall, and these dimples cause this layer of plastic to come out from the edge of the foundation wall about 5/16 of an inch. That does 2 things. It creates a drainage space so that if any water does happen to make it in behind, that it has a place to drain down the wall and down to the footing and down to the drain tiles. So instead of just sitting there saturating and soaking into the foam. The other thing is it creates a bit of a buffer layer, an air layer between the wall, the foam wall, and any hard abrasive material that might be in the backfill or the ground that's going to be used to go up against the footing of the house. So kind of 2-layer protection there for us.
Right. So we're using this stuff so that we can use our old
Dirt.
dirt
Right.
for backfill.
Right. So the dirt's actually pretty good, but one thing we have to make sure of, basically any stones that are, say, double size, double hand size or whatever would be too big to be close to the foundation. So we have to make sure as we're backfilling that we don't let any large rocks get up too close to the wall.
Okay. So after these 2 layers, then it's backfill time?
So we have the building inspector come out. He has to give it the stamp of approval to make sure it's good. And then, we do bring in the excavator. They'll put the dirt back in and grade it basically to where it's going to be finished. So my plan then is, because we're building a wraparound deck on the house, basically as it has to be done prior to the roof going on, because the deck supports the posts which support the outer edge of the roof. It's basically going to be finished off quite quickly, so everything that has to be done under the deck I want to do before I build the deck. So for example, we do what they call this parging, which is basically a mortar coat and a mesh and mortar coat that goes over the exposed foam part of the foundation, and it makes it basically look like a concrete finish when it's done. So I'll do that before we do the finished start on the flooring. And as well, once I have the grade completed, I'm going to put down a layer of just 6mm poly, basically clear plastic, and then I'm going to cover that with probably 2 or 3 inches of crushed stone. This way I know that any moisture that might get under the deck, through snow blowing in or rain blowing in, will actually just drain out through the gravel, over the plastic, and out to the outside the perimeter of the deck wall, the deck floor, and then that'll also help prevent any moisture from gathering underneath and getting damp and humid and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Plus the plastic, I think, and the clear stone will help prevent things like ants from wanting to nest under there and other critters from going under there, because it's not going to be an inviting environment for them. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So getting there, but still a long way to go before we start seeing floors go up.
well, Lord willing, we'll have an opportunity maybe by the end of next week to start seeing the floor going on. We had yesterday, unexpectedly, the roofing material was arrived. You can see it there in the front yard. Mary called me at work to say there's a truck in the yard and they got our roof. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny. We were told when we started shopping around for product that most of the roofing truss companies in this area were behind 6-8+ weeks just for receiving orders, not even processing them. So a little bit concerned about that. We put our order in quickly, probably about 3 weeks ago, and well, there it is.
There
We were a bit shocked by that. So we don't have a floor, but yeah, we got a roof. So there you go.
There you go.
But so once we get the backfilling done, then it's going to be gangbusters with the sill plate around the top, get that started, and then we've got to put a beam in, the beams in to carry the center weight of the roof or the floor, and then we'll start laying floor joists out. That hopefully is going to go fairly quick. Those all arrived a week ago as well, and so that shouldn't be hopefully too long to get those squared out, and then get the flooring material down and start building walls.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.